What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here, back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the, I guess, mixed match. I don't know what the heck this company is. Stab of Hades or Deathstroke action figure. Once again, this was sent to me by Omnime Store, so go check them out if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and dive into the figure, starting off with that sexy packaging. Now, one thing about me, I am a sucker for art. So when you have Deathstroke's head right here, or Stab of Hades, whatever they're calling him, with guns and stuff poking out, it's colored very nicely, and then you have the black background, I am all for this, especially when it looks like it's the scope of a gun that he's surrounded by. I dig this a lot. It says Stab of Hades right there, Mix Max. I guess that's another Deathstroke logo right there. Nothing much going on the bottom logo. On the sides, you've got a couple of, actually just one weapon. You got a sniper rifle right there. I guess that's a muzzle and I don't know, extra bullets, whatever, a magnum. And then you got another gun right here, and then a pistol right there. That's this is some kind of, I don't know, machine gun, but it looks really dope. And then of course on the back you've got some artwork, and I really love how you have these splashes of gray paint on here all over the paint and artwork. That just looks really nice, man. I am really digging this box art, but let's go ahead and bust this figure out because I'm pretty excited for this one. Now, first things first, straight out of the packaging, I gotta say, this figure looks really, really damn good. Like, this is giving me Batman Arkham Origins vibes, and I love it. I love the look of this figure, and there is a whole lot going on here, and I'm going to discuss it from top to bottom. First off, that head sculpt. This is exactly how he comes in the package. This head sculpt looks really freaking nice, man. This is fantastic. As you can see, you got the scar over his eye. The paint on his face looks really good. He looks angry. They've got these sculpted wrinkles in there. Actually, they're painted. There's all kinds of paint on the skin tone. You've got like a, you can barely see it, but it's like a little 5 o'clock shadow. He's got the hair slicked back, sculpted very nicely. The ears, there's a little bit of shading in the ears. I really dig this. Then you got the neck. As you guys can see, he's got like the armor under the neck. All of that is sculpted just beautifully, man. The texturing on this outfit, this costume is just freaking, I can't even say what I'm trying to say. It just looks so dang good, man. I don't know where to start and where to finish, but you got the blues and oranges, very good colors that complement each other. Then you've got all kind of like sculpt work in here. You've got some gray even painted over the blue, where you can see he took a little bit of damage. You've got that all over the suit, actually, right here on the shoulders. And like, you could look at this and easily think, oh, it's just paint splotches, but with the way that this costume is painted and designed, it could easily go for just battle damage, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. But for the people who just like look for things to complain about, I don't know. In the oranges here, you can see there's some silver right here, in the blue again, silver and some more orange. Like, but anyway, back to the sculpt work. The sculpt work on this just looks so fantastic. I would say the armor looks like it's a little bit big on him, but it also looks like it's really armor. So maybe it's supposed to look that big. I don't know. The proportions kind of look a little bit off. Like, I feel like he wouldn't be this big outside of the suit, but then again, once again, it's armor, so who knows? I'm not the best at gauging proportions, but this just looks nice, man. From head to toe, you've got the holsters right here. All of this like moves around. You got the belt. It's a separate piece. The second belt, the first one I think is sculpted on. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going anywhere. You've got the bullets and patches and all that type of stuff right here. Bullets on his shoulder. Shotgun bullets right here on the shoulder. This is freaking dope, man. This is really dope. You've got the sheath for the sword. Well, not the sheath, but basically like the strap that you put the sheath on. All of this, man, just from front to back. And then even the outfit underneath, like this is fabric. This looks really freaking dope, man. The fabric that they use, I really like. Now, I know this figure is going to have a ton of issues articulation wise. I don't see this figure being able to pose much. It's probably going to be a brick, but this just looks dang good as a figure, man. And this is Like, if you're someone who missed out on the Mezco, oh man, this should be an automatic purchase for you if you want that version, because this just looks so good. You got holsters where you can put the knife right here. I'm just running into a bunch of stuff looking at this figure. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep going. You guys just take a good look at that real quick. Just take a good look at that. This looks so damn good, man. This looks so good. Anyway, let's put him back and see how tall he stands, because I'm going to keep rambling. Now, to the top of his head, as you guys can see, he is right at about 7 inches. So this is not a 6-inch scale figure. I know that the Mezco version, quote unquote, is a 6-inch scale figure. I do feel like you could probably finesse this onto your shelf or shots if you like to take action figure photos. I think you'd be able to fit it in there and it would look fine. But of course, I will be doing some size comparisons later on to let you know how he scales. Moving on to the articulation, he looks up. Actually, I just popped the head off, and I think I probably rocked the camera too, so sorry about that. But he looks up about that much, and yes, he can definitely look up, because that looks like he's looking up. His chin goes down. It doesn't pop off easily. I'm just kind of forcing it, but his chin does go all the way down to the chest. That's about as much as he's going to look down, and with the sculpt work, I mean, it makes sense. He does get tilt and turn. Actually, that head does come off a little bit easy. A little bit easier than I want it to, but this ball peg does work for sure. And now we're getting into the nitty gritty. There is probably articulation in the torso, but you are not about to be able to do anything with that. You can turn him at the waist, but I'm pretty sure all this fabric connects, and so the more you turn him, the more you're going to stretch that fabric, and so I would not recommend that, because you'll probably rip it, and no one wants to do that. So yes, you can turn him at the waist, but I wouldn't push it any more than this. In terms of crunching, this is about as much as you get, and I'm just gonna say that's nothing, because that could just be me forcing it. Now, in terms of his arms, this actually slides up and down, so you can get his arms to go up about that much. Not quite a full T-pose, but enough to where you can get him in some shooting poses. I don't think that there is any kind of butterfly joint in here at all, so like you can bring his arms forward about that much. He couldn't even drive a car like this. So yeah, he does have a bicep swivel. As far as the elbows go, definitely double jointed. You can bring them all the way in. His hands do look a little bit small compared to the rest of the outfit. But yeah, it's something I just noticed. In terms of taking them off, there is a little peg right there, very small. Seems like it's sturdy, but I would still be careful with it. You can move his hands around however you want. A little bit of hindrance, mostly because of the gauntlets, but that's something that's going to be obvious. I really love these slidable shoulder pads, by the way. They really help whenever you want to move stuff around, like his arm. I dig that a lot. Now, moving on to the legs, he does have a built-in thigh swivel. Another one that I would not push too far. Just because you don't want to tear anything. He does not kick forward, especially on this side where this is connected. Let's try this one. That's about as much as you're going to be able to get him to kick forward. So you're not going to be able to do much with that. In terms of the splits, because of the pants, you can't go any further than that. So the knees, they bend, but only about this much. And that's just because of the armor. So you're not getting a whole lot there either. In terms of the foot, goes down about that much, up about that much. A little bit of ankle rocker, and that's about all you get with this guy. Now, looking at this figure, you can pretty much tell articulation is going to be very limited. So I'm not even surprised by that. But yeah, in case you guys wanted to know, there you go. Now, if you're enjoying this figure already, then I will say it does get better. The lack of articulation is definitely made up by the accessories. First off, he comes in the package just like this with an unmasked head and a pair of fist hands. Now, when it comes to alternate heads, they freaking killed it. First off, you get this masked head right here where you can see just the one eye, which is what he is pretty much known for. And I love this, man. The paintwork on this, the orange, the black, the blue with the silver all in it. This looks so dang good. And as you can see, he's got a scar over the right side of his face, like someone tried to cut him, or he got hit with one of Batman's gauntlets or something. This just looks so freaking good, man. That eye is painted very nicely, looks very sinister, and I love it. Now that's great, but this right here is what really got me. This almost has like a comic book-ish look to it. It takes away from the realism until you look at the skull. The skull looks so damn good, man. And it's mostly like this black with a bunch of silver on it. This looks so good. Sculpt work, this is outstanding, man. I love this a whole lot. And then, of course, he does come with several pair of hands. He comes with a pair of gripping hands. All of them have a ton of paint on them. A pair of, I guess you can say these are relaxed or reaching type hands. And then he does come with a hand. I guess this is for a trigger. And then I guess this is for holding. So 4 sets of hands in total. He does come with this small knife. And I'm actually going to put these where they belong so you guys can see that these are attachable. So the little knife goes right here and it fits in there just fine. He does come with another weapon that you can holster, a small little pistol, and this looks good. Once again, painted very freaking nice, man. They killed it with these accessories. And that's not it. I'm taking my time with this because I'm having fun. So yeah, you put that in the holster right there, and let me stand him back up. He does come with a sniper also. I'm going to show this one off. This one I feel like is cool, but it's very pointless because you are not about to be able to get this guy in any sniper holding poses unless you guys know something I don't know, because he is not about to be able to hold a gun with 2 hands. But yeah, he does come with that. He does come with some kind of AR. This is easily my favorite weapon that he has. This just looks so good. And also the sculpt work on all the guns looks very nice. And if that's not cool enough, he does come with some other kind of AR. I don't know what this is, but damn, this is clean, man. Actually, I think this is probably my favorite one. I don't know, man. All of these look so good. I can't pick and choose. He does come with a staff that has plenty of detail on it. All different kinds of sculpt work. This is just dope, man. I know I've said that a billion times, but I love when action figures look and feel like this. And then lastly, of course, he does come with his sword. This is it in the sheath. And then, of course, you can remove it. You just got to be careful. And that sword also looks very nice. Now, if you want to put that on, let's see if I can do it on camera. If I can't, then I won't. But I think that I can. I think it goes this way. Let's see. All right, no, I'm not about to do that on camera. We'll take it off and then I'll show it to you. And so here the sword is on the back. It wasn't too difficult to put on, but you do kind of have to wiggle it in there and then it stays just fine. And also, I just wanted to show this off because I know people are probably losing interest because of the articulation. But if you want to get him into, hold up, let me grab my sword real quick, type poses, you can totally do it just fine. So look how dope that looks, man. That looks so damn good. I like this. This is going to be the thumbnail for sure. Maybe with a different head on the body, but this is going to be the thumbnail. Now, while there's a great figure, there is always problems, and I'm going to go ahead and mention this while it's happening. So, as you can see, this does have a ball peg stuck in the head, and it's coming off quite a bit. This isn't actually supposed to come off. This is supposed to stick in the figure because you actually put this ball peg into the other heads. And so I'm having an issue with mine coming off. Not to say everyone's going to have that issue, but I just wanted to point it out. So yeah, there you go. Now moving on to some size comparisons, here he is standing next to a couple of old DC collectible figures. First off, we do have the Batman Arkham Origins, which is probably my favorite old Batman figure from DC Collectibles. Then we do have the Batman Arkham Knight versions of Batman and Nightwing. Honestly, I feel like these look pretty good with him. Batman is a little too tall, but I think Nightwing fits in perfectly. And you can kind of make these two work. Not completely, but it is possible. Now moving on to a couple of Batmans. First off, we do have the DC Icons Rebirth Batman. We do have the SH Figuarts Dark Knight Batman, which is Christian Bale. And of course, we do have the Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns Batman from Mafex. And honestly, I don't think the Rebirth or Dark Knight Returns Batman work with this figure just because it does have more of a realistic look to it. So I don't think these would look good side by side. I mean, of course, that's always preference, but that's just what I think. Moving on, here he is standing next to a couple of Marvel Legends. We have him standing next to the Spider-Man integrated suit from No Way Home. We have him standing next to the Marvel Legends PS4/PS5 Gamerverse Miles Morales. And of course, the Marvel Legends Retro Wave Symbiote Spider-Man. Lastly, for some extras in case you didn't know, he is in Fortnite, so here he is standing next to a couple of Fortnite Victory Royale series from Hasbro. First off, we do have Lynx. This actually is a Jazzwares Agent Peely, and then we do have the Hasbro Victory Royale series Shadow Meowscles. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep it all the way 1000 with you guys, man. This figure is definitely a brick, but it is a brick that I absolutely love. Like, and when I say brick, I don't mean a brick like in basketball. I mean a brick like it really can't pose all that much. But the poses that you can get him into, such as the one I have him in right now, just makes this figure look so gorgeous, man. I love this thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, yes, articulation wise, he definitely has some problems, but with all of this that it has going on, you pretty much have to expect that going into the figure. I don't even think the promo images made this guy look like it was super articulated or anything like that. And I don't even remember the promo images all that much because this isn't a figure I was planning on getting. Honestly, I was just going to leave this one alone. Shout out to Omnime Store for sending this my way because this is a figure I feel like if you are a fan of this character, and I'm not the biggest fan of this character, but if you are a fan of this character, then you should definitely experience it because, man, this is a dang good looking, good moving, good everything-ish figure. And if it had great articulation, this would be the best, I can't even say it, the best Deathstroke figure, period. Especially if you love that Mezco-ish style. I love this thing a whole lot, man. And I feel like he's going to look good on any shelf you put him on. If you take photos of this guy, he's going to look great in every photo. Like, this is a figure I do not think that you can make look bad. And look, I'm rambling. I know that I am. But I like this thing so much, man. I'm not even joking with you guys. Like, I really do like it. But that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna continue wasting you guys time. He's kind of tilting over a little bit, but anyway, that is my review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because that always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon. Whoa, caught him. Yeah, caught him. He thought he was about to slip on me. No, sir. I don't know why I didn't just pose him like this, but I wanted him to be walking, looking menacing. But that looks so dope, too. That looks so dope. Anyway, hit the bell icon. Make sure to stay notified with everything that I do. And follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye. And one thing I did when I covered the accessories, I forgot to mention that he does come with this little sash piece that you can attach to the back of his head. I said sash. I meant like a little scarf piece. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. Whatever, but it does attach to the back. And then he does also come with 2 small grenades as well. So tons of accessories with this guy.